Now let's focus on Montgomery County and what's happening here in Montgomery County. It's a very unusual situation. Montgomery County provides funding to the Maryland Israeli Development Center, a partnership designed to foster trade between Maryland and Israel. But critics, including CARE and former delegate Saeed Ali, are calling for the county to end that funding, citing ties to defense contractors and Israelis' actions in Gaza. Jackie, the state of Maryland and the nation of Israel have had a very successful program of joint research and development of useful technology that has benefited our economy here in Maryland. But the growing Democratic opposition to Israeli policies, should Montgomery County consider changing its relationship with the partnership?
Absolutely not. I mean, CARE has been known to be incredibly anti Semitic for several years, and I've felt that personally as a Jewish resident of the county and the increasing anti Semitism that's taken place here. And tying back to what we were just talking about with the shutdown and the economy in Maryland, part of what this relationship does is help bring in private jobs, private sector jobs into the state of Maryland. I really don't think we can afford to be throwing away opportunities to bring in non-federal government jobs to the state, especially because it's, even though, Governor Moore has been trying with all these international trips he's been taking to bring jobs to the state, I don't think he's been as successful as he had hoped.
So, Marice, obviously there's a push to question whether or not this funding should be continued. But Montgomery County bills itself as the biotech, center for the nation, and many of these jobs, these high tech jobs, are in cyber and biotech that come directly from this partnership between the state of Maryland and the nation of Israel. So Montgomery County has benefited. Should we reconsider that relationship?
At the outset, I would like to say that any statements that I make have nothing to do with my feelings towards the Jewish people. I have been friends of, supported by, etc. But what is happening in Gaza is a genocide. There are at least, I want to say, 400 individuals that are being detained right now, humanitarian individuals who have reached the waters of Gaza with humanitarian aid, and the Israeli military has turned them away or detained them. That said, I don't believe that any kind of investment that brings jobs to the county have to do with this issue. Now, I commend individuals who use their freedom of speech to want to say, listen, my tax dollars should not be going into this purpose or that purpose. And I have a lot of respect for former delegate Sackstein Ali, and his role in this debate. Because if it weren't for individuals who are willing to speak up for what they believe is right, we wouldn't even be having this debate. So I don't believe that taking away jobs or investing in the biotech corridor of the county is the way to fix the genocide that's happening in Gaza. And just also to point out that I'm proud of Democratic leaders who have also used their platform to speak up on what's happening in Gaza, like Senator Kristen Holland, Senator Angela Alsobrooks, and Congressman Jamie Raskin.
Okay. So I guess, Jackie, the question is the debate a useful debate, and is that part of what we do as a democracy?
Well, I think any debate is a useful debate as long as we can come together and have civil discourse. I think a lot of what's been happening in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination has really highlighted this need for civil discourse and being able to agree to disagree, which is part of why I love doing this show and love seeing, the efforts to make that happen across the country.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I would say on that alone, this debate is absolutely necessary. And to Marice's point, anybody should be able to use their First Amendment rights to speak up on what they believe in, whether we agree or disagree on it. That's part of what makes this country great.